Do a smooth ass breakdance and then dislocate your hip afterwards. And sue me for giving you the idea.
I had a clothing chain for years.
Man, my girlfriend broke up with me though. Said she needed space, she needed to work on herself. I was like, I couldn't blame her. If I fucked with me, I'd work on myself too. It's all good. I kind of miss the friend zone. I figured females out. Y'all fucked up.
I'm too serious.
You guys asked us to give you advice, be your friend, help you with heavy lifting, help you financially. But you ain't got no friends that are girls. And as soon as I'm desperate and I'm down and out and I want some pussy, no. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. What else happened today? Man, I got my hair cut today. Barbershop didn't have air conditioning. This motherfucker said it's like cutting a whale. First one, my head's hella big, and he charged me twice because he had to replace his clippers and change 2 kinks. Oh, what else new jokes do I have? I'm thinking. Thing. Oh yeah, man. How was your guys' St. Patrick's Day? I was on the mainland. Mine was cool. Mine was lit. The next day was horrible. I thought I had COVID. Never mix corned beef hash, alcohol, and cocaine at the same night. The next day you think you have symptoms. Like I had a runny nose, diarrhea, fatigue, throwing up. So I took a rapid test because I had to get back over here. That shit cost hella money. It cost like $140 to put some shit in my nose. So I go there, do the test. They call me back three hours later, saying, Mr. Rayo, you have to come back. I'm like, oh no, they're gonna quarantine me. They're like, no, you gotta retake the test. Well, long story short, there was cocaine in the cotton swab. I was negative for COVID, positive for partying. I ain't really a comedian, guys. I'm like a comedian you buy from Ross. You know, you thought you had a good deal at first, but I fall apart at the end. Dress for less, I got last for half. I just be thinking about shit when I'm high, though. You ever thought that, what if Bill Cosby paid for pussy? But nah, he wanted to play games. Game over for him. Shit. Oh, God. And I'm tired of all these comedians talking about fucking Twitter. Lie on Twitter. That's your best bet. My Twitter profile is a bunch of photoshops of me climbing mountains, me eating gourmet meals. They meet me, I'm like, no, that was a long time ago. I'm working on myself now. I was a callback from the other dope. Shit, I went on Christian Mingle. Fuck that shit. That shit's dope. Until, you meet a real Christian. This one girl told me, do you believe in God? And it had me thinking, I was like, do I? Honestly, the only time I believe in God is when I need to take a shit and there's no bathroom available. So I'm just walking and praying and the police behind me. It's fucked up. I ain't scared of death, but I'm scared of shit my pants and getting my shit pushed in. Biggest fear. How much time do I have left? You guys are great. I got 10 more minutes. Oh man, you see the little cycle? You guys laughed at first and then you guys gradually got quiet. That's like having sex with me. The rush is at first and then, Oh man, let's talk about other relationships. Man, I've been fucking with these between the ages of 20 and 26-year-old bitches, man. I'm tired of it. I want to be a stepdad. That shit's great. Think about it, man. You can have a little kid. You can play catch with them. You know, have that mom throw that ass back later. Didn't get that. That was all right. Or, it's like a Netflix subscription, you know what I'm saying? You can have a kid and shit until he asks you for money, then you're like, all right, cancel. So the Hulu. Fuck. What else? I had some new jokes. Hold on. Let me look at my phone. I can't read or write, so it's pretty hard for me. But you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Comedy has helped me with my vocabulary tremendously. I didn't know what.
Tremendously, man.
Yeah, that, and optimistic. I thought that shit was autism. And I'm dyslexic. I just found that out too. I thought that shit was like an eating disorder or something. It's just crazy. My friends are fucked up. Like when my card declines and shit, I'll be like, yeah, I got insignificant funds. They just look at me like, yeah, you sure do. Oh. Alright, I got all the new jokes out the way. Let's do some old jokes since I got 15 fucking minutes. Shit, oh yeah. I'm so fat that I gained holiday weight and COVID weight. I stepped on the scale. That shit went off like a stopwatch. Apparently my weight is error. After that, I hopped in the shower. 35 cents came out. I have no idea where that came from. Like, what the fuck? From a walking couch. Got my bathtub looking like one of them wishing fountains at the mall. Wishes don't come true at my house though. Just all my roommates got bus fare. This has been going on for like 3 weeks. What else? It was fucked up going back home. My mom asked me for money because I do a bunch of illegal shit. And I was like, you don't want this dirty money. She was like, motherfucker, I'm illegal. Give me the money. So I stayed at her house and built a wall. You guys didn't get that was racist. It's okay. It's all right.
I got it.
I know you did. I can tell by that accent. You were like, Oh, man. I met my friend. He just graduated law school. I was like, cool, yeah. Yeah, man, I do a lot of legal shit. So I'm like, yeah, I made it. I got me a lawyer that I know. So I was like, Rick, bro, what kind of law do you practice? Oh, man, I'm a public defender. I was like, I would have ended up with your ass anyways, man. Dumbass law school. That's like me having an art degree and trying to publish a coloring book. It's just retarded. Well, I'm tired. How are you guys doing out here? I don't know if you guys are laughing at me or with me. But I'm gonna give it back to your host. Let's give it up for Chuck Wow!
Give it up for Mike Rayo one more time, man. Yeah, that guy's definitely a headliner, man, wherever you go. Mike be walking down the street, he said, a cop right behind him. What do you think that cop is smelling? Weed and shit. Shitty weed. No. Oh, weed. So, anyway, I went over to my mom and dad's house the other day. I don't really go over there anymore. Because, they're kind of like, my mom's 79, my dad's like 75 or 76. He didn't know which, 75 or 76, he's one of those. It changed every time, right? I don't know, it seems like, as you get older, you're supposed to get wiser. It's not the case. Not the case at all, no. They just reversed and flipped and did some serious shit. Like, they didn't raise me like to respect others, you know what I'm saying? Love yourself if you love your neighbor. Stuff that's in the Bible. Treat others how you want to be treated, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, right? And then love you. And love has no color, yes. So I've had my fun with all the 31 flavors. They're awesome. Right, but like, I don't know, like, and like, a blood is thicker than water. You guys heard that shit before, right? And whenever your friends will leave you, your family were there to have you back, to hide you from the cops. Nah, they done forgot all about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like the first ones to call the cops. Neighbors like, let them go. They're like, no, we're gonna call the cops on him. So what they doing? He's being too black. My mom's not black, but she swears. Okay, my mom would be like, she'd get on her soapbox and she'd be like, I can't believe it. They're just racist. They're racist against us black people. Like, but I want to tell my mom, like, you're like black by injection. My mom, I can't tell her that. I'll tell your mom now. Yeah, but anyway, she's a great woman, sweet woman, yeah. And I love her, you know, Alzheimer's, you know. It's okay. Life. Bring up the next comedian. You guys ready? I don't know.
Pretend we're ready.
I don't know, man. That's the whole faking thing.
We're ready.
I'll get back with you. Okay, someone I've never seen before, but Carolyn. Carolyn, is Carolyn in the building? Carolyn. Carolyn, hold Carolyn, yo! Carolyn, yeah! Carolyn, yeah, welcome. Come on. Yeah, she probably gonna joke about you getting in here, man.
First time.
Yo, first time? Oh, you guys, hey, it's the first time, be gentle, okay? Welcome, Carolyn.
You can shine it on sooner. Absolutely. Thank you guys. First of all, I want to thank Paco and Chuck and Jonathan Wong, if you know him. He was the one who told me all about you guys. And so this is the very first time I've ever done stand-up, and it was really weird because I was talking to some friends about wanting to do this. I had never ever done it, and I went to school here. I went to college here at UH, and I never had an opportunity to do it. So I'm really happy that I get to, pour out my heart and get cathartic with it. I think this will be a regular thing for me. Well, I just came from a walk with my husband. We're doing like this whole exercising thing, trying to get healthy. And I don't know if you realize that I'm wearing leggings, right? And the whole craze now is that those TikTok leggings, right? Have you seen them on Facebook and social media? Like everything's they're like lifting your butt. Well, these are not the TikTok leggings. These are the Tic Tac leggings, right? These are the ones that are really just the subpar generic version of those leggings. I am a very ambiguous, ethnically ambiguous person, and so I have to tell you that because I am half white and half Filipino, the white side gives me the sort of width of my ass, and the Filipino side does not give me the projection because Asian people do not have the. My husband, however, is from Zimbabwe, and he's got the nicest butt I've ever seen, on a man and a man, right? And I just wish that, we could just transfer the butts between us. That would be really great. My best friend is Egyptian, and by virtue of that, he has really no knowledge of, American vernacular. I was talking to him about the word badonkadonk, right? And he thought I was making shit up, but I was like, no, seriously, this is a word. And it means a big, juicy butt, drunk in the trunk. He didn't even know about drunk in the trunk. So he's also my workout partner. We work out every morning. And so his job is to make sure I get up and actually do the shit I'm supposed to be doing. And I told him the other day, I said, I was looking in the mirror and I thought, I think I'm getting some badonk, but not badonk, just the badonk, right? And he goes, but isn't there another donk in it? And I said, yes, but to get to that donk level, I gotta do a lot more. And so my husband and I laugh a lot about this because, I am really, really so different in my approach to health than I was before, I think you mentioned that you were at one point 200 pounds, right?
Yep.
Shit, I was like, a year ago, I was almost like 60 pounds heavier than I am now. And, I feel like that's a really great achievement. Thanks very much. I have to tell you that being, I'm going to lose my train of thought here, so just for a second. Just being here in this space is just so surreal because I have always wanted to talk about shit that I probably should never talk about with people I know. Right? It's so great to talk to strangers about shit I shouldn't talk about people I know. So I'm going to tell you a story, okay? When I was growing up, I was a complete nerd. I still am. I'm a big reader. And my dad would get me these books, and I was reading at 10 years old, 12 years old, really inappropriate shit, like V.C. Andrews and, Greeks and stuff like that. Things that I really shouldn't be reading when I'm not young. And I came across the word orgasm, right? and as a kid, 10 years old, you don't know what orgasm is. You shouldn't, right? You probably shouldn't know that. And you can't really understand it even from reading the dictionary definition, right? You just can't. It's one of those words where you have to like experience it. So I went and asked my dad because my mom refused to answer this question. I kind of feel like she didn't really know the answer. Our personal experience. But my dad was like, shit, I know my daughter. She's not going to stop asking this question or trying to find out unless I tell her. So I'm going to figure this out. And he did. He told me that an orgasm feels like when you clean your ear with a Q-tip, right? Like that feeling, that tickling feeling is what an orgasm feels like. So please understand that all these years later, right, when I finally had an orgasm, that was completely different from what my dad explained to me. I was like, well, this is way more intense than that. And it's funny because when I was with a man one experience, he's actually going to medical school and he was going to be an OBGYN. And I asked him, you know, are you going to be using any cotton swabs for me? Because I mean, that's going to be a real trigger for me in my childhood. That was a very interesting experience because he was very clinical, very, very precise. And I knew right there and there I would never marry a doctor because I just needed to have a little bit more of a, you know, a better experience. Am I anywhere close to being done? 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Let me see. I see. Are you, sir? Where are you from? Yes, you're born and raised in Hawaii. So I grew up here and I've lived here for like 35 years. And you know, if you're from Hawaii, you know, one of the first questions people ask you is, where did you graduate from high school, right? Where would you think I graduated from high school?
Kaiser.
Oh, Kaiser. Okay, no, I was from Bradford High School, right?
Military.
Yeah. So a lot of people say that, Kaiser, or they'll say like Tunaho or Mid-Pac or some private school, you know, because I sound like I'm from fucking California or Miami. Yeah, came in before the transition. So growing up here, you tell people where you're from for high school, and then you also have to talk about like ethnically where you're from and what you are. So, and when I tell people that I'm Filipino, it's not just about being Filipino. It's about which kind of Filipino are you, right? Because my mom's Visayan, which is very underrepresented in Hawaii. You know, most people are Ilocano. So I'm a general manager of a hotel. I walked in to my very first hotel job about 5 or 6 years ago, and my entire team, they're Ilocano Filipinos, right? And when they found out that I'm Filipino, they like looked me up and down very suspiciously, like, yeah, right. Where are you from? You're fucking San Diego or something? No, I told them I was born and raised in the Philippines. Raised there until I was 12. And then when they found that I was Visayan, that was. No, it took me about a good year for them to accept me again. But now, and now that I'm losing weight, my husband laughs at me all the time, we're really great, we're close, we love each other, but they're just trying to feed me to get me back to where I was before, because they don't like that I'm thinner now. They don't like that I'm sexy. They don't like it. They want me to be a different kind of person. But thank you guys so much for really, this is so
Hey, keep it going. Corolin. The first time. Yeah, so nice. Very gentle. Okay, we're going to be bringing on our next comedian right away. Post haste, please. Could we please give a warm King's Pizza welcome to Tressa. Tressa, where are you? Tressa, where are you? E.T. Teresa, no, for real.
Yeah,
Like,
but
can you go out? Oh, there you go. No,
I said your government
no, that's not Teresa.
last weekend. Watched the Fox both directions. Couldn't find it after it blew off, so I went to drink.
Oh, you have a Teresa.
I see you at the radio station. You walked about the block. Our block was one because I thought it was going to be a big comedy room. I had no clue. First time here from your career.
Coming to the stage right now, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the lovely Teresa.
What do you do?
Hi y'all. So right now I'm just gonna do
little poem for you guys, and then I'll come back and sing for y'all a little bit later, if that's okay. So this poem is called The Red Sea. My eyes are drawn to yours as you walk past me in a crowded room. One hand reaches out to touch me, while the red flag you carry in the other beckons me, as if not walking with you into an abyss of the unknown would be my greatest mistake. So I follow. Everyone disappears. I watched you transform. At first into a knight, saving me from a thief who had a part of me I thought I willingly gave away. Then you were wine, caressing my senses, pulling me close, you lead me. When you became a rose, I felt the pain of your thorns piercing my skin. A crossroad appeared, but when I see you bloom, how could I not continue in your direction? You were then a forest, providing your protection under canopies of tall peacock trees. When you seen I had grown weary, you were a feast, filling me with knowledge, quenching my desires. Still, you lead me. Then quickly becoming a calm breeze, you began whispering secrets and singing me to sleep. When I awoke, you were the desert, sand slipping between my fingers, and for the first time, I felt lost. I began to run, looking for a way back home, or any sign that I was still on the right path, until suddenly I arrived at the Red Sea. I fell, exhausted, wondering why you led me here. Where is my knight who protected me, my peacock tree who sheltered me? Where was my wine who caressed me until my guard was down, flowing freely into my heart? Then I saw you rise, staring in awe as you became a wall of water towering above me, the true nature of your power unveiling itself. I realized I wasn't alone. As the path between the water became clear, I could see your kingdom on the other side. But in the water, I could see other women who had come before me. Their eyes shouted warnings to turn back the way I came. My eyes screamed back at them as I stood on my feet. Do you know how far I've traveled to get here? They just watched me. As I get closer, one of the women threatened me and said, if you hurt him, I will come for you. I won't, I answered. While looking at you towering over me, as I walked the path fearlessly to claim my throne, I thought, but what if you hurt me? And as if she could hear, she spread her arms out to welcome me into their watery grave of broken love and dead passion, while he continues to walk freely to find another woman to call queen. And it was understood. I pray I don't get swept away in the current like those before me.
Thank you. Give it up one more time for Tressa. Thank you very much for gracing the stage with your presence. And one more next person coming up is, get ready guys, the master, lucky number Rohan. Lucky number Rohan. Rohan, stop smoking weed.
Yo, there's no comics outside today. I had this whole thing planned. Okay. Hello. What's up with the shakas in the house? Yeah, represent Hawaii. Yeah, is export that aloha. We know the world needs it. Yeah, anyone hurting right now?
Little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You need some butt cheeks hurt?
Yeah.
I mean, I can massage them afterwards. It'd be awkward on stage. I don't think this is one of those kind of shows. Yeah, man. Good pizza? Because that doesn't look like pizza. Different. Like calzone. When I was in Italy, and I had, actually, you guys know I never went to Italy. Look at me. Do I look like someone who would go to Italy? Any Italians here? I thought so. You're Italian? Really?
Look at the nose.
How long have you been Italian for? Your whole life? Okay. What am I then? Does anyone know what I am?
Confused.
Quite considerably. I mean, if I think I did the 24 in you, we'd still be the same, right? I mean, the 23 chromosomes, is that what's going on with that 23 in you thing? Yeah? Kind of like what defines a man and a woman? Is that what's up? So is there anyone who's still gonna believe in transgender? I wanna hit a few nerves. Are there no nerves I can hit? No one? Brandy? Transgender? Does anyone here believe that you are not the sex that you were when you were born? Okay, actually, that question is a little bit loaded because if you do believe that you were a man from birth but you had the XX chromosome, then you would still answer that question affirmatively.
Coming out, man.
Man, I have been out. I have been out of my mind. I think there was a joke I did like a little while ago about being a Japanese schoolgirl. So I think, we should have our freedoms of what we want to do. We should identify as being funny. I know I do. Doesn't mean other people are going to respect that. Like if there was like a funny person bathroom and a non-funny person bathroom, and I was like, I want to go into the funny bathroom. I don't know, would you prevent me from going in there?
NCAA would.
Yep. Honestly, if I was in control, I would too. Because if you know about the NCAA, they're making bank, right? Just like Paco Loco, how much money you making off my comedy sets, man? Ridiculous. Fucking posting this shit on YouTube. Fucking having the whole world watch these jokes, man. Only give me a slice of pizza. It's good pizza though, King's Pizza. I gotta say, King's Pizza, mushroom, fucking great pizza.
Yeah.
And what do they have too? Calzones? Oh my God, you're not on your phone. He is. That's the problem with his generation. I'm saying, if you need some help, man, you could get through that real quick. He's probably like, I forget how to spell Google. Wow. Yeah, man, I tried to help my mom with her phone one time. No, I'm sorry. No, I mixed it up. My bad. I make mistakes. Look, we're not perfect, okay? Anyone perfect?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well then, you wouldn't answer that question that way. So I was helping my grandmother in her nursing home with her phone. And she's like, I don't know, I'm having trouble with the video feeds. And basically I forget what you call it. She had a fucking video of her and like one of her roommates down the hall. She's in a nursing home. And they're like sexting. I know, she's like 70 years old. And she's a little wild. If you look at thinking I'm wild and thinking she's fucking wild. And I'm kind of debating like whether or not I should put like a parental lock on the phone. Oh,
No,
man.
don't. They'll do it in person.
Oh, no, I mean, it was great. Even when my daughters came, we went and visited, and she literally was talking about how they kind of have orgies in front of my daughters. And they were girls at that time. Since then, they've had their periods, so now they're considered women. But I don't know, I still consider them my babies. And I don't want my grandmother talking about having sex with her partners down the hall. Anyway, sometimes I talk about sex because I just don't get a lot of it myself, I think if I kind of like project my desires, maybe something will happen.
I got you.
Oh, yeah. All right, actually, I'm good. Here, Chuck. I don't want to. I think I'm gonna get myself in more trouble. All right, so Chuck isn't really ready. I got one last joke then. Can I? I got one last joke. Fuck yeah, one last joke. Okay. One last one. And I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be hosting next Saturday, by the way, here, right here, same spot, same venue. I really hope you come out and see me. I'm a lot better in like small increments. Yeah, staying too long with me, my wife probably will tell you, not the best place. All right, so here we go, last joke. I know my jokes aren't that great, but I didn't think they were so bad as to get the entire comedy club kicked out of Square Barrels. Sorry about that. I'll be better next Saturday. All right, Chuck. Hey, thank you, thank you.
Give it up one more time for Rohan Riders. Yeah. And we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going with Gypsy. Where's my mama? Gypsy, don't be talking about my mama.
Yeah, as Kane said, this is
Here he is right here.
but thank you.
Let's give it up for Chuck Wild. Yeah.
So, someone asked me to help him move the other day. I think I would have preferred if they asked me to assassinate someone. I think I would have preferred that over moving at this point. Do you remember when you were young and your friends asked you to move? Remember that? They were like, hell yeah, man, case of beer, I'm in there. Now at 45, someone asks you to move and you're like, well, yeah, I got this trip coming up. Where you going? Nigeria, Rob. It's not even, it's not work, that's not a place. Well, we got a big trip coming up. I asked her what she wanted me to move for her. She said, I think just a bed. I think she was just lying. Like, no one has just a bed to move when they ask you to move, right? You know it's going to be way more than that at this point. So what do? You ask your best friends to help you move, right? But when you're 45 and you move 35 times, no one will return your calls. So, you know, everybody has their inner circle, right? You have these people that no matter where you go, they're going to help you move, right? Well, at 45, you got to like expand your circle, right? And expand your circle till eventually all you have, the only people that are willing to help you move are people on the outside of the circle that want to be on the inside of the circle. You know who these people are, right? We all have them. You might be one of these people. You might be someone else's outer circle. And you don't even know it. So you have to settle for someone on the outer circle, and then they come over to help you move. And they want to open your boxes. They want to play with your magic cards. They see pictures of people. They're like, hey, she's cute. That's my mom. You're on the outside circle. You don't privilege to comment on pictures of my mother or looking at my boxes. But they help you move nonetheless. And now you have this like unsteady relationship. You can't break it off. They helped you move. So now you're friends pretty much forever. And you know, eventually they're going to come and ask you if you can help them move. At some point, if you've moved too many times, your friends say the hell with it, and they just buy a house for you at some point. That's the last resort of these people, because they don't want to help you move, but they want to try to remain friends with you. So it's a very delicate situation. I was in Waikiki. It was very beautiful over, our little tourist break. I don't know how many people were walking around. And it was very interesting, right? The only people that were left were like people that are living out there and like people that are super into exercise, right? That was it. It was a very interesting mix out in Waikiki, right? It's like the best looking people and the less good looking people. Right? That's the nicest way I can put it. I saw somebody shaving the other day in one of the pools out there. I don't know if that's legal, but I think he was training for an event, for some event. So I was out there today. The tourists are back, right? It's crazy. out in Waikiki right now. I hear chee-hoo all night. That's all I hear all the time. So I do it for me. Come on, give me something. Yeah, we know where you're from now. You know. That's all we had to hear. That should have been what they asked people when they got off the plane, right? They've been like, "Are you a resident?" Chee-hoo! You're like, "You are not a resident. You are not a resident. Please let me take your temperature." So today I was walking around and I see these two guys that live out there, and it was funny because they were talking to each other about the tourists, and the one guy was like, "Yeah, it was really awesome when no one was here before. Man, what happened to the neighborhood?" Very ironic. I like that. So, yeah, we're back in Waikiki. I would prefer they change the name to Waititi, but we're in a new world, right? You can't go around saying things like that. You have to say how titty. I don't know where I was going with that one. You call people out from being on the phone. Thanks. I think everybody right now should just get on their phone right now. That's what we should do. Like at a certain point, so many people are on the phones that why don't we all just get on it and just send each other text messages and nudes, and then we can have a competition in here and we can see who.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll see who the king of King's Pizza is. That doesn't really make any sense. The king of King's Pizza. All right, I just want to look at. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Thanks, appreciate it. My name is Jesse Mumo. Let's give it up for our host for the evening, Chuck Wild.
Jesse Mama. And Jesse, don't be talking about my mama. Funny. Come on, you got this for the homies, man. Give it up,
Smells like beer in here now.
the homies forgot I was going to do it outside, but you know what? I don't even drink anymore.
No.
No, but no, I mean I used to drink every day, but it's cut down a little bit. And I think maybe I should have a few more beers. Anyway, yeah.
Paco, got a spill.
Hey, yeah, Paco spill. How nice, Paco. Okay, guys, bringing up our next comedian. Can we please have Niko come to the front stage
Very good.
with your titties out. Niko, front stage. Niko!
Fucking fired. Fucking fired. Jesus Christ. Chuck Wild. What was your name before? What was your name before? It was like Charles, yeah, Charles, Chuck Wild shit. Yeah. I feel like you should talk like one of those like really. Yeah, my name Charles Shelley. Spill my beer on the floor. Well, I don't know. You spilled the whole drink out for the homies, Chuck. God damn. Chuck, you look like you rap. I'm guessing just as bad as your hosting. Am I right?
No, I'm sorry.
Anybody? You get it. I had a friend once who's super white, honestly kind of looked like Jesse Momoa. Really white guy, and I got in his car one night, and he's like, "Oh, bro, you wanna I just got this new beat. You wanna do some freestyling with me?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
White boys.
Right? You wanna?" So yeah, so he starts so he's like, "Yeah, bro, let's freestyle. Come on." So he puts the beat on, and all of a sudden, he went from Jesse Momoa to Chuck Wild in seconds, and he's like, ready, check it, yo, ready, one, on the one, check it, one, on the Chuck. I don't know, but yeah, so he starts going, he's like, let me start by telling you about my dream, learn how to fly from a dragon, and the dude gave me black wings, right? Woo! So I was like, yo, this dude gonna spit some fire. Right away, that's what I was thinking. And then he locks the door. And then all of a sudden, wait, fuck it, I have to write this down. Oh yeah, so he locks the door and then he's like, and so I'm talking to the dragon and he gives me a little lip. So I pull out my gun and I unload 2 bullets from my clip.
Whoa.
Yeah, he got wild all of a sudden. Why are you gonna kill the dragon? What did the dragon do? I don't remember. I always fuck this joke up, man. I'm not a good rapper. I should just stick to beatboxing. Cool. This is a shitty night for comedy, dude. Oh my god.
There's no guns in medieval Europe.
Wow. Rohan, that means nothing to me. Literally, that just made it so much worse. Oh, thank God, at least Mushroom wants to listen. I'm gonna grab a drink. Mushroom, what's the... You heard all of us. Can you be honest right now? Who do you think... No, hang on, let me rephrase this question. Who is the one person that when they go up, as soon as you hear your name, you're like, oh, fuck.
Audrey Keesing.
Is it Audrey? Oh. Yeah, there's gotta that's the person that popped into your head. Just as soon as you hear the name, you're like, fuck. Oh. Can this pizza cook louder? Can this pizza please cook any louder? Do you have like headphones back there? You do? Oh God. Thank God. Poor thing. Poor thing. Alright. What else do I want to do? Okay, I'll do one. This is a new one I'm working on. So I did weird shit when I was a kid. Alright? One of the weirdest things that I did, and I didn't find this out until I was in like the 11th grade. But, okay, the 11th grade I played football for the first time, for like the football team. And on the 3rd day of us doing like sprints, I found out that I've been running wrong my entire life. I didn't know how to run correctly. Okay, the 3rd day, I was looking at the side and the coaches were all teasing me because this is how I run. This is how I run. I put my arms locked to my side, keep them very tight because I thought you were supposed to. And I would sprint like this. Right? This is it. And I remember looking at the side and all of the coaches are sitting there doing this like, these fuckers! These fuckers are fucking dumb, man! I didn't know you're supposed to pump your arms, Jesse. You were on the O-line and you probably ran faster than me because I didn't pump my arms. All right, I'm done.
Give it up for Niko! Niko. Hey, he's funny, man. All right, guys. Well, that guy coming up right now. And
Oh, you're singing, right?
give it up for Pete. Pete. Petey. I'm finding your puppy, man.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Chuck Wild, everybody. Chuck Wild.
Ooh, okay.
Cases are going up, people. The cases are going up. Alright, so I had a dog growing up. Her name was Luna. She liked to eat socks. Every time she ate a sock, my family paid $10,000 to get the sock removed. Then she went into the garage and ate some aluminum foil. And that's when we realized, whoa, our dog's trying to kill herself. So what did we do? We put her on the mantelpiece. And stuffed her, and so she, she's not dead. She's always gonna live on, right?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy. Rest in peace, Luna. Thank you. All right, I'm also a basketball player. Any basketball players in the house?
Kinda.
Mushroom, Rayo, Mushroom. Yeah. The funny thing about basketball is you get called nicknames out there. Like for me, you get called Short,
slow, can't shoot, schoolyard bitch, white boy. And you gotta be like, Grandma, please stop. Don't call me that, Grandma, okay? My friends are watching. I'm also a surfer. And one of the things about surf is there's a lingo attached to surfing, right? Chotch and yeet. Chotch is the wave, yeet is you on the wave, all right? And this also equates to other things like, a woman's crotch and a yeet, right? And so sometimes the woman's crotch or chotch is too big, right? And you gotta have, like it's a double overhead wave and you gotta really yeet and, to conquer the wave, right? So, also, I'm slowly becoming homeless. Yes, comedians, homelessness.
Yeah, let's give it up for homelessness.
Homelessness. Give it up for homelessness. Thank you. No, seriously, the other day I was meditating out there, and someone comes over and just throws a couple pennies at me, and I'm like, whoa, yep, it's real. I'm becoming homeless. It's only a matter of time. What the hell is a comedian anyway? My family certainly doesn't know. Because they ask me, like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm a comedian. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, I make jokes or something like that. And they're like, yeah, how does that pay the bills? And I'm like, fuck. Don't have an answer for that one right now. It's gonna come though. The money will come. Right, Mushroom? Anyone question how they got to where they are in life? Like you just look around and you're like, where am I? And then today, for example, I was reading a handmade poem to a model on the beach. And tomorrow, I'll be funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. All right. We can have a little bit of fun with it now. Mushroom, how's the pizza biz?
Great.
Not bad. Yeah, great. What's your favorite topping?
Pepperoni.
Nothing.
Pepperoni?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What? You work here.
What an interesting way to live life. Not a favorite pizza topping, and you run a pizza shop.
Yeah.
I mean, sick of pizza. Come on, there's gotta be something.
15 years now. 15 years.
What's your take on
Spinach and mushrooms.
spinach mushrooms?
Garlic.
Garlic. What about pineapple? What's your take on pineapple?
Great.
On pizza? All right. Mike, the show's happening up here, buddy.
Sorry. Work.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Sir, you run a radio show. Do you ever have to cancel anybody? No?
There's my checking right there.
Yeah. 1 minute. All right, let me see what I got in the joke book. This thing is full of good jokes. I think I'll do some singing for you guys that I've been working on. And now Mushroom leaves right when I'm about to sing. Mushroom, I was going to serenade you, Mushroom. Mushroom, my baby mushroom. She makes pizza. Yet she doesn't love topping.
This is new age shit, guys.
I'm not on shrooms, sir.
Sorry about that.
But I think you need some. All right, cheers, everyone. That's my time. Have a good night. Dog, you go, Petey. I lost my puppy. Everybody's singing tonight, man. Singing movies. All right, now we got one more guy coming up. One more.
Give it up for Billy, B-I-double-L-Y. My name is Billy.
I like your ensemble. No, with
This is not Giovanni, to be honest. So I'm a musician. Normally, I don't usually do comedy. Kind of the way that Happy Gilmore was like a hockey player or not a golfer. So this is like this is my fourth time ever doing comedy, and I've only got 3 minutes. So usually I just do a bunch of impersonations. People are like, "Are you gonna do voices? Are you gonna do voices?" I'm like, yes, I don't know what voice I want to do. Mia, of course. Mia, my favorite human being. This isn't even like a joke. She's just not feeling well tonight, and I asked her like, should I do Donald Trump? And she's like, skip it. I'm gonna buy her some fruit. I don't know what her favorite fruit is, but I asked her, do you eat green food? Do you have healthy food? She's like, I haven't had green stuff in a while. I was like, you want me to go buy you a salad at Safeway after this? She's like, I want some fruit. And then I had to say, Billy. So I'm gonna find out, Mia, what's your favorite fruit? Think about it if you can hear me. I'm gonna buy her some fruit. Anyway, so voices. You want to do the voices? I decided tonight I'm going to go with Russian voice for a little bit and talk about my friend Tatiana over here. Tatiana doing witchcraft. Apparently her mother always makes fun of Tatiana in corset, so I figured to myself, hey, I have only 3 minutes, I want to do like 3 different things, 1 minute each, so why not start with the Russian guy, talk about Tatiana. Tatiana, level 18, she do witchcraft, she's not sure if the witchcraft good, witchcraft bad, but you know, it works on men, especially. But the problem is Tatiana is lesbian, like fully lesbian, like not interested in men at all. Now, of course, because she's 18, his mom says so, and they have problems, they come from South Carolina, live in Trailer Park, maybe Tatiana has to do OnlyFans, and then don't tell people you're lesbian. You know, pretend, keep up illusion, just tell them, yes, of course, I love to see dick pic, I give you $20, you give me $20, I give you rating, 1 to 10, I've seen many dicks, of course, I know. Tatiana never seen penis in her life, of course. But you know, I'm all about you making the money because South Carolina is very poor people. You know, and her mother obviously not doing very well to be here as a comedian at this time. I'm just kidding. Now, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I said that. I went a little too far. How many minutes do I have left? Do I have 1 minute? 1 minute left in the name of, now I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take his name in between Good Friday and Easter, but there's a good friend of mine. Now, I happen to be a Jewish comedian, and I do voices of Southern people. But as a Jew, I've been trying to accept Mr. JC lately, and I've been having a little bit of an issue. He's more like my brother. I can see him sort of like my prophetic brother, not necessarily my Lord and Master. That's a little bit F&M, BDF, whatever for me. I think that's not necessarily fake, but I know Tatiana would agree with me there. Now, of course, witchcraft does all kinds of strange, satanic, sexual magic shit, but that's neither here nor there. Anyhow, I can't even remember what I was going to say, but I'm about to run out of time. Right, come check me out at Giovanni Pastrami. It's a little place where I do music on Thursday nights, and there's a girl from South Carolina named Chelsea at the host stand. And I did not usually do country music, but I've been learning to do country music lately. Right, I was talking about Jesus. Anyway, you're not. Oh, I said it. So in the name of all that is sacred and holy, and with my brother's permission, Jesus Christ, that I, of course, not offending my Jewish God, you know, because like, what's cool and stuff. I would just like to say Jessica Bull is the sweetest, nicest, just kindest lady that I have met here on the comedy scene in Hawaii. She's not here right now, and it's not polite to talk about somebody apparently in comedy that's not here. Eric Schwartzkopf told me never to punch down, so I'm not even going to bring up that hair. But I will say that Lily Silly Pilly girl, she is just, she's a peach, but I think you're a sweeter peach, okay? Okay, I know she walks around getting all of Jessica, but I think you, sweetheart, make her look just kind of, I mean, she's going for bitchy. She is going for bitchy as far as her act. And that's the thing. And sweetheart, if you're watching, and I know you don't have time to, I want to say that if you are, see, she makes jokes about kinky S&M shit and being a slut and stuff, putting it on Instagram. But when I tried to talk to her, she was like shutting me down. And now she has no idea, but I am a strong, dominant, redneck individual with at least a 7-inch penis. I've been taking testosterone. It's been getting larger. Now you can think I'm joking around, sweetie, or you can check underneath me when I'm not even gonna play. Anyhow. I just want to say, I happen to be a freak, so if you're watching, you're all complaining outside about how your last lovers haven't made you come, why don't you come check out what's going on down south, okay? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Billy Sage. I'm going to give it over to Popco Loco. He's going to have to use his own mic for COVID reasons. Ain't nothing going to touch these lips with me, baby.
Oh my God.
Coño, man, the host is Chuck Wild tonight, man. I'm the one that introduced you, man. Billy. I'm not Billy. Come on up, this is okay. Okay, guys, special treat coming up. We have Tressa coming on to sing us a lovely tune. So give it up for Tressa.
Yeah, girl, you go.
Just friends, but I'm giving you all of my time. But you ain't my type, no. Not gonna lie, you've been doing it right. Wanna show my appreciation. I'm staying the night. The night. Yeah. Love me once, love me twice. Love me, baby. Oh no, don't you rush it. Let's take our time. I got to keep you mine. What you want to do? 'Cause baby, it's all on you. Just tell me what to do. I promise, baby, you will never need another lover. You will never need another lover. You will never need another lover. I got to keep you mine, lover. You will never need another lover. You will never need another lover. Got to keep you mine. Ooh, you take right in me hard. You grabbed my hand and you took me for a ride. Boy, you changed my mind. Years and years I've mourned and cried, and yes, I'll find another lover and get it right, alright. But you got it right, yeah. Love me once, love me twice, love me, baby, all night. Don't you rush it. Let's take our time. I got to keep you mine. What you wanna do? 'Cause baby, it's all on you. Just tell me what to do. I'm on this day, then you will never need another. You will never need another. You will never need another. I got to keep you mine.